All right, welcome back to ÜberQuest, quest number 9, Ease Book 1 and 2, Book 2, Ease 2, Part 4. I think that's all the numbers in the correct order. Yeah, and unfortunately I wasn't able to beat the game at the end of the last stream because I was underleveled. It turns out, because I checked out Empty Eye's FAQ, and it looks like the lowest level he's ever beaten the game at is like a level higher than I am now. And considering his mastery of the game, I am not surprised that I was not standing a chance against Darm. So today we are going to do some grinding and then go and finish it off and be done with it. 90 plus with 90+% humidity. It was like mid 80s here, and the humidity was definitely way up there. And yeah, that cold front that you got is what we're getting in a couple of days. I think the high in a couple of days is like 71. That's going to be so nice. I'm so pumped for that. It's going to be actually cool. Okay, so without further ado, because the grind might take a little while, I might as well get going with it. And hopefully I won't get flustered and accidentally do the two-finger death punch that is resetting a turbo duo. Literally any game can be reset by holding the run button and pressing select. I believe it's built into the system's BIOS. Oh, okay, St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis had it pretty bad, yesterday and even the day before. I turned up the TV because I was playing Slime Rancher earlier. Because everybody's like, you gotta play Slime Rancher, it's so cool. And I was like, okay, I'm playing Slime Rancher. Oh god, I think I'm gonna throw up. Turns out it's really disorienting for me. Alright. The end of Ease forever. Because I'm gonna blow it up. Actually, I think it's already basically at the surface, because that chamber to the south of the area where I played the harmonica, that was actually the top of the tower from Ease 1. So we're way down in the core. Oh yeah. Let's get that shield spell off of there. Ooh, I'd love to see some good Eclipse pictures. I think the best pictures I got are the ones that I tweeted, where I was taking photos with my phone, with my phone's camera into the cereal box pinhole projector, which actually didn't do that terrible a job. All right, so we gotta. That's not where I wanted to go. Hold on. Hey everybody. Your poor Maria is fine. Chill. I think the strongest enemies in the game are, or I should say the best enemies for experience, are going to be outside this castle. So, this is where we grind. Sometimes they're fireproof, sometimes they're not. I don't understand it. Did I just level? I just leveled. Okay. Okay, yeah, also. Okay, so I just reached level 59. According to Empty Eye's FAQ, the minimum, possible level, even for him, was 60. So I did not stand a chance against Darm. Oh yeah, Solar Film Wolf. We're actually, I think for the 2024 Eclipse, we're going to get some solar binoculars and all that. And then maybe, probably not a pair of normal binoculars, because that isn't terribly necessary, but yeah. When, in the totality, you can't see anything through a solar filter. Oh boy. These are the best for experience, and they're almost worthless. I love that the fireballs can, like, the fireballs can knock enemies back, and they knock them back right into the path of the fireball. Yeah, absolutely. And we're not planning on going anywhere, so we should still be here for the 2024 Eclipse. We are, man, it's going to be so nice. We're actually not even that far from like the sort of center line of the path of totality, but we're very much in the zone. So we will have a spectacular view. This is going to take a little time. I kind of have to wonder if these really are the best enemies for experience here. Then again, if I can manage it, once I reach the optimum level, the final battle is going to be like a minute long. These guys are worth 7. Those guys are worth 15. I wonder what those octopus guys are worth. I readily deflect these guys. Unless I'm dumb, and then I don't. I love that knockback. This will be slightly faster if I don't go as far. Slightly faster! Yeah, that's kind of what we were originally. Well, I guess we really did not plan well for the eclipse, because I mean we knew that we wouldn't get that great a view. But yeah, probably one of the precautions that we would have taken would have been getting some sort of filter that goes over something like, not necessarily over a pair of binoculars, because that is generally not a great idea. but I mean, like you can get they call them Shade 14 welder's goggles, and those are basically the same thing as Eclipse glasses. It's like a piece of glass that is so heavily shaded that it only allows like 0.3% of all visible light through. And that's basically exactly what you need for eclipse viewing, for sun viewing at all. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I had not really been paying the eclipse any mind until like the day before, and then it's like, you know what, this is kind of a big event. So, and then Carrie made the eclipse breakfast. I hadn't even been planning on making a pinhole projector up to that point. I guess a lot of people were gonna probably mess up their vision pretty bad. They were like going into hardware stores and getting like welding shades that were not dark enough. Like the people at the store would tell them, these are not dark enough, and they'd buy them anyway. So, rip some people's vision. These stores were saying that they were selling out of everything down to like shade 5, which is like a decent pair of sunglasses, basically. Ooh, closing in on another level. Will actually be the Empty Eye's minimum level for beating Dharm. Not my minimum, though. I think he recommended 62, which is probably the level cap now that I'm thinking about it. Because that'll be 99,999 experience points. Easily. Because we're... yeah, 95,000 for the next level. So yeah, probably, probably the level cap. Oh man. That sounds like an experience. We just stood out in our driveway, and the neighbors across the street came over, and we each had a cereal box. You know, we just kind of chatted and watched the shape of the eclipse inside the cereal box. And then once it was over, we got back to work. I was reminded, there was a story not too long ago about a guy who spent, I think it was 5,000, okay, a guy who spent like 5,000 hours in Final Fantasy VII, reaching the level cap during the bombing mission at the beginning. And I was thinking, it would be fun to have like an ongoing streaming program where I do that kind of stupid thing, where you just do the absolutely most absurd, time-consuming things you can possibly think of in an RPG or even an action game. Like one of the ones I had in mind was going through Soul Blazer and actually reaching the level cap at the end, or even at the beginning, but that would be basically impossible because it would take... The only enemy that truly replenishes takes a while to beat and only gives you 2 experience points, and I think you need 50 million for the level cap. But even in this, the little knight guys at the very beginning of Ys 1 trying to kill, 99,000 of them. The level cap in, I think in Final Fantasy VII it's 99. In Soul Blazer it's 50, and in this, like I said, I think it's 62. And I'm already at the HP and MP cap, because I think you get those automatically when you do something. Like, clearly something happened. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I made it happen. I made a thing do. All of a sudden, they're fireproof again. Yeah, I definitely did not hit the level cap in 7. I've beaten it exactly 1 time, and I did not strive for levels. I was like 15 years late to the party, so I just needed to get it taken care of. These guys are worth 3. Yeah, the tricky thing about doing it in Ys is the fact that the stronger you get, the less experience enemies are worth. Which I really like that system, because it makes sense. Like, defeating these weaklings is not an experience. You're not learning anything, you're not really getting stronger, you're just mowing things down. So you get penalized for... You essentially get penalized for grinding. Oh, chocobo breeding. I did get a gold chocobo. And I got Knights of the Round. Of course, I was using a guide, so I knew exactly what to do at all times. Hey. It discourages grinding up to this point. And it's like, well, you're not strong enough anyway, so... Yeah, from what I read in the fact, the way damage is calculated with the shield spell. Essentially, you take 2... No, it drains about 2 MP a second, and then every hit you take, it drains MP equivalent to about half of the HP damage that you would have taken from the attack. So, if I gain levels and my defense goes up, I should also lose less MP from shield. So shield will last longer, and that'll automatically help me a little bit, because that's part of the problem, is that shield was just, it was only lasting to about the, maybe, I was getting him down by about 1/3 by then, and then I'd get him down to about half by the time I was dead, and with just the reduction in damage from having a little bit better defense. Hopefully that'll be enough. This is taking a while. Okay, that was a bad idea. I was hoping I would get the perfect spawn like with the octopus, where I just stood in one spot and just hit the button every now and then. He's sort of watching. It's in his field of vision. Whether or not it actually holds his attention is another story entirely. That's kids for you. All the going back and forth, though, I'll bet I can keep a cat's attention. See the knockback on that guy? Like I deflected him like 10 feet. Randomly wanders off, yeah. Our neighbors have a, she's like a 1-year-old. She's getting to the point where she's going to be... She's threatening to start walking. And once she starts walking, she's going to be all over the place. Oh yeah, it's literal knockback, so if he turns around he gets pushed toward me. Slow growth. That's okay, we expected that. Hey, I did it again. Yeah, I think he's taking a knockback both from me and from the fireball. Got me caught between a rock and hard place there. Lagoon. Lagoon would be a good one. I am familiar with it. It would be. It's one that wouldn't be like. I wouldn't get lost forever because I have enough memory of the game that like the only issues that I would have would be, you know, world's tiniest sword, which is the same problem everybody has with that game. That and oops, I jumped into a pit because the game has pits. Three-quarter top-down-ish view just like this, but platforming. 'Cause, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I imagine PJ's route is probably about the most optimal one out there. You'd have to reroute it to find something better. If there is anything better. I mean, it's Lagoon. It seems to me he recently had a sub-goal that when met, he was going to have to play the X68000 version of the game. Which, not sure if better or worse. Gotta grind 5,000 points on enemies that are worth single-digit experience. Yeah, I think he hit that that sub goal during or just before day one of PLC-a-thon. At least I heard somebody, or I guess read somebody in the chat was talking about that. I want an X68000, but they are so expensive, and the game's even more so. And they're 5 1/4 inch discs, so they're not gonna last. And a couple hundred more enemies before the next level. We're down to like a reasonable number of enemies before the level. Anything to look at? In terms of like other cool consoles to get, or caveats when dealing with the Sega CD1, because the only thing is you will probably have to replace the drive belt, and that is a super easy thing to do. I actually replaced mine right before Lunar. The one I'm using now is actually a little bit too tight, but it's fine. It's not going to burn out the motor anytime soon. Of course, if it does, then that is a much bigger problem. Less than 100 of these guys. This thing kind of reminds me of La Mulana. I'm getting close. Fewer than 100 of any type of enemy out here now. Less than 100. Okay, what do we got here? They're worth 3. They're worth 1. It might actually now be faster to, it might be faster to grind in that guy's basement. I do want to try something now. Like that's not my first inclination. I'm not gonna go grind in the basement for an hour. Although an hour is probably all it would take at that point. Also, gold cap hit. Okay. 99,999. 99,999. Okay, my strength is at, or my defense is at max. My strength only has 4 points to go. I mean, that could be enough to do like 1 extra point of damage to him per impact. But first I want to try the other thing that I had in mind, which is... I gotta figure out where it is. These guys should just let me in. Like, yeah, we're done dealing with you. Alright. Figure out. These guys are still worth. They're only worth 1? Yeah. That would be the central castle. What are these guys worth? 1. Does not bode well. These guys. Oh, they're worth 1. Give me a blue guy. Give me a blue guy. I need one of these 4-armed blue guys. They're worth 1. Ugh. Ugh. It's official. Dude's basement is the fastest place to grind now. Die. like 14 experience points every time I go through there. Oop, didn't go far enough. Did I destroy them? Did I break them? Okay, there they are. This isn't the fastest way to do it if they're not even going to show up. I mean, 3 of the enemies are still worth 3 experience points in the other area. Yeah, this is too slow now. Wait. I don't understand why that keeps happening. They start out fireproof for just a minute, and then they stop. At least we've gotten to know these enemies intimately well. I have no idea what they're supposed to be. Can't tell if these guys are like robots or minotaurs or what. And these are, I don't know, snake sorcerers. They're all very skittery. Hey. What just happened? I do not approve. They got a second wind like no one's business. It's okay, she's in the core of ease. She's in the creepy pulsating area. Yeah, yeah, the disapproval is mutual. So mutual. Stop. To fill your heart with courage. Wait, which one is that? It doesn't do anything. Not in this fight. The only time that the Goddess's Ring does anything is in the final battle. And it's entirely necessary. Oh, you were typing and your phone was just like, nope. You get nothing. And I have no idea if the Claria Ring actually does anything. I got the feeling that it increased my defense. Yeah, normally I would suggest the Sega CD2 over the Sega CD1, but considering the only issue that I've had with my Sega CD1 over the past 25 years is that belt wore loose. Like it didn't even break. It just became too loose to be useful. And my Sega CD2 doesn't boot at all because I think it has a bad voltage regulator, and that was a systemic issue. I'm gonna say Mark 1 is better. You got like Sonic Spinball and Comic Zone and Eternal Champions. Tasmania. Actually, no, Taz and Escape from Mars. Pac-Man 2, oh man. So Garfield caught in the act. Barely familiar with that game. Musha, nice. Sell that Musha and use the proceeds to buy 98% of the remaining Genesis library. Dang. I envy you. Although I do have Earthbound. I do have... It's not in great shape, but I have Earthbound. Not that that's actually rare. Yeah, last I checked, complete, like, really good condition boxed Musha was worth probably about 600. That and Crusader of Senti are pretty much like the big retail Genesis games that are breaking the bank. I love the number of games in the Aleste series that we got in America, but we just didn't know because they always removed the word Aleste from the title. Like Space Megaforce on the Super NES was it was actually Super Aleste. And that one's also worth quite a bit. Yeah, Musha is great. I love the like pagoda tank enemies. Oh, they're so neat. Yeah, because I was naughty and I made myself a copy. Yeah, I sold it to somebody. It's getting harder and harder to find legit carts on eBay because the Chinese sellers have started they've started charging a bit more, so the legit carts actually get kind of mixed up sometimes into the Chinese bootlegs. Like Space Megaforce, the Chinese bootlegs are like in the $30 range now for no reason. They used to be like $3, but then they're like, oh, they'll pay more, they'll charge more. But yeah, that was something I always avoided, like openly doing. I didn't like doing, like, I wouldn't even call them repros. They were bootlegs. I occasionally would make one for a friend just because, you know, friend didn't want to pay an arm and a leg for something. I'd love to have originals of some of those games, but it's just, like, not anytime soon. Stopped looking at my experience. It's like, we're just gonna go back and forth until we hear the level up chime. I actually got lucky. I got a cart-only Crusader of Senti for like 80 on eBay. And it's legit. I've opened it up and double checked. It was before that one really started to explode. So, I mean, like 80 was pretty much the going rate when I got it. And probably a week after I got it, the going rate was 200, and now it's like 400 for just the cart. That's another one of my good lucky ones. I thought there was something wrong with it because when I would run it, it goes through the intro, and during the intro, the TV would suddenly just like everything would go black and it would say no signal. Apparently, it's got something to do with my composite splitter providing a sync signal that is so weak that in some games, if the screen is too black, the TV just assumes that any signal that it's getting is an anomaly and will just drop it. So I have to be really careful about that. Because I double checked, I just, like, at the time it was XSplit. I fired up XSplit and watched the capture while it was doing that. Yeah, there was no problem at all. And I think Crusader of Senti was the first game I saw that in. And I think there's additional attenuation because the Genesis is connected to a switch that is connected to a switch that outputs two separate signals. So it's kind of it's an unpowered switch and splitter. So I should not be terribly surprised that the signal cuts out like that. Maybe someday I'll get a powered splitter. Or maybe I'll just deal with it, because there's not anything wrong with it, and if the signal is coming through clearly, it looks fine. Hour 3, I'm almost there. I guess it's more important that I get these guys on the left. They are worth 3 times as much experience. Hey. I did not say any of you could leave. Of the awkward silence in between plays of the track. Back in the days of Red Book Audio, you couldn't reliably loop high quality music. Hey. I think I am unfortunately committed to this this final level, even though it's going to take forever. Yeah, I mean it's 5,000 experience points, and the most I can get from one enemy is 3, so it's more than 1,000 enemies. I'm more than 2,000 points into it. My thumb is already starting to cramp up. Man, I am in for an adventure. If I could do something like that. Nah, they ting too much. I was thinking if I could just hold a direction on the D-pad and forget about it. But these guys have deflection. Excuse me. Ooh. I just corrected a grievous error. Oh, I thought I did. Going too far to the right and not far enough to the left. I was not spawning enough guys. Okay. That'll be enough of that. Yep, we're getting there. 2,500 out of 5,000. Means it's extremely likely that we have defeated more than 1,000 enemies. I'm starting to wonder if I could abuse the fireball in that in the dude's basement. Maybe just the right spawn point. I kind of would also like to test the octopus again. Because the octopus is worth like 10 experience points now. Which he's probably not, he's probably worth 1. Okay. I'm out of here. It'd be nice if it would let me just tell her. Like she's all right. We're doing a thing. Man, that takes forever. Hey, Angela, how's it going? Yeah, save. That's what I want to do, right? Alright, so, yeah, first I want to test the... Test the basement. See how's it going. Pledge. Eve. The end of these. Sorry if that was too loud. Okay, first, boop all these guys. Get booped. That's not super efficient. Although, honestly... yeah, you just mow right through them. They cease to exist. They're erased from history. Yeah, see, that's... honestly... like, it starts out pretty good. Like, oh wow, we're getting some good experience, and then... yeah, the enemies trail off really quick. If only. Alright, let's see. I guess if we're going... yeah, if we're going after the octopus guys, this would be the right place for those. 1. Okay. That answers my question. And it's not even worth bothering to try the like dragon things. Right back to where we started. The only place... Quit bouncing my fireballs. The only place where grinding actually means anything. And it means very little. Yeah, basically for anybody who's who just got here, I'm taking MTI's word for it that I should be level 62 to take on the final boss, and I'm level 61. And 62 is the level cap, so there's only one enemy left in the game other than the final boss that gives more than 1 experience point, and it's these things on the left here. They give 3. Yeah, only about 800 more guys to go. Yeah, 800 more of these. 2,000 of these. Oh, well, hopefully an average of about 800. It's the definition of a grind. But yeah, the thing I was talking about earlier in the stream, it would be the dumbest possible idea. Streams dedicated to just doing the most stupendously dumb and time-consuming things you could possibly do in a game, like trying to hit the level cap during the very first part of Ys 1. Like, as soon as you start the game, you can leave town, and you can already kill the first enemies in the game. So by the time you gain like 2 levels, you'll already be invincible. So you would just run around out in the field for like a year, and you would end up level 62. And then, outside of needing the silver equipment to even fight Dark Fact, you wouldn't need anything else for the rest of the game. That's actually not true, because there are like 3 gatekeeper bosses that require specific weapons. I believe you need the silver sword for like the gargoyle in the mines, and then you need the battle sword for the faces. I'm sorry, the fire sword. But beyond that, you could just slash everything to death with your bare hands. Whew. At least I can zone out a little bit. The fireballs are actually more muscle memory than anything right now. So you turn around and then you hit the button. Ooh. I can hardly wait until that second digit's a 9. That'll be a momentous occasion. Hey. Whew. I was about to be like, why am I yawning? And then I remembered I woke up at like 6:30 this morning because it was like 85 degrees in the bedroom. Carrie woke up and went out and poked the AC with a stick. Literally poked it with a drumstick to see if she could get the fan blade to move, and it moved freely because it turned out that there was a bad capacitor in the unit inside here. They charged $129 for the capacitor. They do not cost that much, but that's fine. Unless some miracle occurs, we are pretty well set on what the next quest is going to be. I think right now it's Xenogears with 1,000, and then the runner-up. I think there are 2 runner-ups with 500 apiece, and I think they only have 500 because they were some of the first games that I added. So they have their initial like 500 cheat starting bounty. Yeah, I agree. Like I looked it up after the fact. I figured, because you know that obviously it includes parts and labor for installation, but yeah, you can get like a really low quality one of those capacitors for like $3. A good one will run you 15. But it is what it is, as they say. Yeah, it was that, and then it also needed 2 pounds of refrigerant, and it's the bad refrigerant, so it's more expensive. It's chlorine bearing. So hopefully it'll last several more years before it goes out, and then we'll just get a new unit altogether. But basically, he said the refrigerant is $150 a pound. Probably need 2 to 3 pounds, or you can replace the unit for $3,600. And I was like, yeah, we'll just do the refrigerant for today. The good news is it's chilly down here. And it had gotten to the point where it was no longer chilly down here. Wait. Whew. But yeah, I'm going to be yawning periodically, and I apologize in advance and hindsight. Yeah, broken AC is the worst, especially when it's like 80-something with pretty high humidity. Like, if it was gonna die, I wish it would have waited until, yeah, the point where the temperature finally starts coming down. Yeah, if nothing else, I am stoked for Xenogears music, because, like, I listen to a lot of Rainwave game when I'm working, and so I've heard a good portion of like the most popular parts of the soundtrack, and man, that was Mitsuda at his peak. Like, the stuff I heard, I like better than Chrono Trigger. Yeah, it turns out ÜberQuest was the entire time it was just the secret plot to make me play all the games that you want to see me. I was about to say suffer through, but no, I'm going to enjoy every single one of those games. It's going to be awesome. I've been sufficiently warned about the weird kind of jolting, suddenly playing catch-up in the story when you go from disc 1 to disc 2. Because there was clearly supposed to be a disc 3, or I guess disc 2 should have been disc 3, and there was supposed to be another disc in between of content. But they ran out of time and or budget, so they just made it story. Give you a bunch of cinematics to catch you up on all that. And then you go fight God. I want to stick Chrono Cross in the queue as well. But I don't like to have my own choices in the queue unless there's nothing in the queue as a game is ending. Because I don't like that. I don't like for the 6th spot to go empty. So if it looks like it's going to go empty, I will inject something. Like I stuck Persona 2 Innocent Sin in there. I'm going to do the fan translation that came out a little while back. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to The World Ends With You. I just need to double check my 3DS streaming setup either in my office, or I might even just do it down here, which is kind of silly because it's like, let's get my portable system here and take it down into the game room and tether myself to that computer. But yeah, like one of the last times I tried to stream off the 3DS, my laptop kept blue screening, but that was entirely my laptop. And I think that issue is fixed. It's a hardware capture. I have it's actually the new 3DS XL Majora's Mask edition, and I got the Katsukity capture mod installed. I actually had it done on site in Tokyo the last time we were in Japan. It was like a spur of the moment thing, like, oh yeah, I could totally do this if they can squeeze me in, and it took an hour. I dropped off my 3DS and I just like walked around Akihabara for an hour and then came back and it was done. It was so cool. And I'm glad it was only an hour because it was a really rainy day and it was kind of... Like, I don't want to go to a bunch of places. Hey. Second digit's 9. Second digit is a 9. This is a momentous occasion, like I said. The price that they quote on the website is $250. But then when I had it done, they actually only charged me 22,000. Actually, it was like 21,800 yen, which at the time was about 210 bucks. And I think part of that was just because I paid cash, because that is what you do in Japan. Like, very few places accept credit cards. That makes me nervous. Yeah, this is going to be like the home stretch. As soon as I hit that cap, I'm going to come back here, refill, and then we're going. We're going to go charge through a gem man. My neighbor is saving $320 on their homeowner's insurance or something. Yeah, get that passport updated. We gotta go. Yeah, we haven't actually made any plans, but we've been talking about going back in spring and having our trip coincide with the release of the Persona 3 and 5 dancing games. And I'm really hoping that they release, like, dual packs, possibly with, like, some sort of either figure or plush. So you'd get, like, the 3 and 5 dancing games for Vita or PS4, and then we'll just buy both packs, because we're doing that. We're going to have, like, 8 copies of these games. I'm just hoping that they don't, like, have pre-order lines or any of that garbage. Because pre-order lines are no fun. I don't ever want to do that again. Boop. It's weird, it's like their backs deflect. So I gotta move the cup so that I can read the full line. Yeah, I think one of our flights was, we actually took, like, Air Canada, and it went from Cleveland to Toronto, and then from Toronto straight to Tokyo, which was, that leg of the flight was like 14 hours, which, whew, that is, I can only imagine that would be a nightmare if you can't sleep on a plane. Which I think I slept through like 90% of that flight, which was great. Then we watched Frozen in Korean, because it wasn't out in Japan yet. But then, this most recent time, we flew into San Francisco, and then it's like 11 hours from that airport. It's not quite so bad, because you still have to go, like, all the way north up around Alaska and, like, skirt the southeast end of, you know, Siberia to get down there. Yeah, a kid on a plane for that long is rough. Maybe when he's a little bit older. But I think at his current age, maybe not. That might be a trip that you have to get a babysitter for. Oop, oop. Look, 4 of the digits were 9s there for a second. I was so excited, but the middle one was a 3. Hey. Don't hit me. Please no steppy. I am the hero, don't y'all know? Yeah, 3rd digits of 4, we're getting there. It's gonna be a 5 soon. Oh, I love it when the fireball barrels through 3 of these guys. I think I turned and got knocked out of the way. You got to live 5 extra seconds. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Could have let him go. I'd gotten him next trip through. Man, I cannot stop tripping on my tongue. I don't need to apologize though. I know, everybody knows. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Always keep your passport up to date. Always, always, always. We just got ours renewed last year. We wanted to make sure that we were ready. Also, highly recommend TSA pre-check. As long as you're going to be flying a few times within like a 5-year period, it's so nice. You get to get into this special line where you don't even need to take off your shoes. You barely have to do any like unpacking. You don't have to put your liquids in separate little bags and all that stuff. And the line is so short. I cannot stress how short the line is. Just like they run your fingerprints and they do a background check, and then you get your known traveler number, and you just, anytime you're getting tickets, you just put in your known traveler number, and then you get a little TSA pre-check thing on your boarding pass, and you can take the special line. $290 plus, man. Yeah, I don't think I've said it recently enough how proud I am of you, Travis. You have done a knockout job on the weight loss. Getting swole. I need to get swole. That's my big issue right now. And I'm not putting forth any effort to actually do it. I've been to the gym once in the past 6 months, like in a serious workout kind of capacity. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to get in your pre-workout and then eventually your post-workout once you recover from the meat sweats. I imagine the meat sweats last a little while. Too bad that a Kansas City barbecue trip would probably be wasted on someone like me, because I tend to just not have the appetite. Even if I could totally take down that much, I probably wouldn't. And that would be such a waste. Step 1, eat meat. Step 2, pray. Ooh. Don't you dare. Third digit's a 9. We very nearly in there. We approaching the pinnacle of in there. Meet, pray, love. Woohoo! I protected that guy from that fireball. My menuing made him invincible. Yes, I know one app is draining my battery. I want it to. My phone's like, hey, this email app, it's draining your battery. And I'm like, yeah, because it's checking my email. Shut up. We are rife with 9s. And we got a whole 16 bits full of gold. Peep the stats. 255 strength, 255 defense. HP and MP have been there forever. Alright. Let's go beat this game. Out of my way, I'm a monster. JK lol. Yeah, I accidentally just mowed down the villagers. I wasn't trying. I was just trying to get to the door. Nothing but destruction in my wake. Luckily, it only takes like maybe 2 minutes to get to the boss, and I don't think there are any more enemies along the way. Travel through the sewer because the enemy is garbage. Oh yeah, there's that guy, but he's not actually in range. Boop. Time for growths. Hey kid. Hey girl. Hey Keith. Take that guy. Hey. They're just hanging out. Like, oh, where'd you come from? Yeah, I love this. Yeah, see, this was the room where I fought the two heads in Ease 1, and there was a mirror here. I believe this is that room. It's obviously it's a room like that, at least. Oh. Neither of them will be so kind as to refill my magic. Alright. Here goes the nothing. Final boss. They saved all their animation for this fight.
My followers and I were born from the dark magic of the Black Pearl. I am the living epitome of terror and destruction. You don't stand a chance against my forces of decimation. I shall crush and consume.
Crush and consume. Get back here. Ooh. Get some lucky hits there. Oop. This is going much better. Like, it might not seem like it, but this is... Even if I don't get him this time... Oh, I've got him. This is a given. GG. Yeah, the shield spell makes your MP constantly drop at a rate of about 2 per second. And then every time you take a hit, instead of taking damage, you lose an amount of MP equal to roughly half the HP drain that you would get from that, which in this case was like, I think 3-ish. Yeah, those levels definitely made the difference. Before, I could get him down about halfway, and then, you know, shield ran out, and then I died at that point. So that was great. Okay, time for ending. Go, go, go. Lily is not a descendant of one of the six priests. She's just here for the ride. No, she's not. She's not one of the descendants. She's just here. Third time's a charm. Yeet sprats. It's all good. Yeah, Tarf Hadal. Tarf. Intense. My gosh. Oh no! Hotel Wi-Fi, please. I'll take my time moving forward here. What? What, Keith? You're not really a demon? The Green Goon Curse. Intense again. Yep, that was me. I have not led a single person in this entire adventure. Well, I gotta go to the next game. Wow, he's just told the story all the way up until that point. Like, yeah, and then you went and you defeated the final boss, and then we're here. Indeed. Love is all you need. Colin, I believe, is actually Dogi, the Wall Crusher. I don't know why they renamed him. Just walk away. Like, was like, we'll never forget about you. What was your name again? Adol.
Oh, Adol, I don't know what to say. How can I thank you for saving me? The basement of the shrine was such an eerie place. After that, I went to Jeva's house. I met a lot of people that I never knew before, and I learned a lot about the wonderful world of East. But the best thing that has happened to me is that I had a chance to meet you. For the first time in my life, I was able to speak with the heart of a girl. It is hard to feel human when your soul is of a goddess. Well, I must go. Lair is waiting for me. Adol, promise that you'll always remember the girl in me.
Promise that you'll always remember the girl. That's what I heard. Yeah, all this talking to humans, I am tired. I'm just gonna leave that sword behind. I'm done with this adventuring garbage. Carrie, you just walk by with laundry. Which I was gonna do laundry later. Tear down the tower. We don't need it anymore. Yeah, that's gotta be Dogi. Where are these people? I have no idea who any of those people were. Oh. Fina's out of the picture. Whatever, Lilia. You were my second choice. That's accurate. Oh, neat. So Ease had just kind of came down and landed there. So the shrine was like next to a crater before, I guess? Yeah, silver metal. Good enough for this time. cartoon is cute. Z's. She gets doggy now. Ooh. Yeah, it was the biggest hand. I didn't know Dallas was such a good dancer. Shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. So that's how that works. This is cute. Dark fact. Disco fever. Disco fact. Jim Cummings, really? Michael Bell, okay. Thomas Hayden Church? Huh. There's the plays, whatever. Okay, so yeah, there were some kind of big name actors there. Yeah. Cooperative. Compozilla. Now the question is, when I get around to playing Ys 3, what version do I play? Because we know Ys 3 was technically not supposed to be Ys 3. It was originally slated to be a spin-off. And then they were just like, yeah, whatever, it's Adol. We'll just call it Ys 3. Doug from accounting. Yeah, pretty much. You know, that was actually something that I heard, was that the voice acting in this game, considering it was one of the first voice-acted games, especially one out of ones that were translated, you know, localized from Japanese, it had a surprisingly decent, in fact, possibly better than decent delivery. And I'm inclined to agree. But yeah, that was quite the fun ending theme. But enough of that. And this is vaguely inappropriate, so I'm gonna pause her. Oh wow, the contents of the pearl just vanished. Alright. So with the destruction of Ys, it is time for the victory trigger, which the bot has been running for so long that who knows whether or not this is just going to crash him. But yeah, victory in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recorded? Alright. With his quest completed, Ryan marches triumphantly back to the guild to celebrate his victory with a flagon of ale in the company of his fellow adventurers. Rest now, brave hero, and prepare for your next quest. Xenogears. Alright. I am super excited for Xenogears. For more than obvious reasons. It's, like I said, I've heard a lot of the music, and I'm really excited for, to actually be able to hear it in game. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And unlike a lot of the more recent new quests, there's not gonna be like a bunch of downtime while I wait for the game to actually show up. I'm not a Boy Scout. I've never been a Boy Scout, but I'm prepared. I actually got a pretty decent quality copy of the game. It got here like last week, so I've been really ready for this. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I am super stoked to start Xenogears. Probably the next stream or two, though, I want to make some more headway in Hollow Knight, just because it's been so slow going. I finally gained a new ability. I have to remember where I can use it, because unlike a lot of Metroidvanias, it's much less obvious, and I'm going to call it a detriment. It's one of those things about the game that I'm not super thrilled with. Just kind of the feel of it. It falls short in execution in a lot of places, but I am overall enjoying it, so I'm gonna keep pushing through it. And then when I'm done with that, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to start on for that afterward, but it's gonna be a fun thing, whatever it is that I end up choosing. I've actually kind of been wanting to go through possibly the entire Gears of War series again. I've played 1 through 3. I've been wanting to play Judgment and then 4. I do have 4 now. So I have all the Gears of War. But I'm not sure when I'm going to actually get around to doing any specific thing. Because I've got a million games that I want to play. And actually, now that I think about it, one of the next Ryan Plays games that I've been wanting to get into is The Last of Us Remastered. Because a lot of people have been suggesting it. But that's something that I won't need to worry about until Hollow Knight is done. But yeah, get pumped for Xenogears next time in like a couple of streams, 2 or 3. Because I don't have anything like big on the horizon that's gonna keep me away from streaming. It'll just be the normal incidentals. So yeah, there'll be plenty of time to get going, like you said, and I am pretty well prepared to get started with that. But I'm not gonna start anything new today. I've got a couple of things that I want to do, including I have all the parts that I need to fix my Turbo Duo. I might want to try to get that done tonight, because I would like to just get it back in the entertainment center and working here on the day that I completed the game that I needed it for. But like I said, I didn't want to put off the Ease streams, so I chose to play on emulator just because it was the way that was actually going to get it finished. But I think that's all I've got for tonight. Like I always say, I got to do my spiel. Anybody who is watching on Twitch right now and has not yet followed me, please follow. Subscriptions would also be wonderful if you are so inclined. No pressure. Just you get access to the emotes, which I will boop boop and boop. My adorable googly-eyed NES cartridge emotes. They're out of order. I tapped them wrong. But you'll also, every subscriber, along with the normal 100 gold monthly stipend that you get, each time your subscription renews once a day, there's a check, and every new subscription, the site will automatically give you bonus gold based on the tier that you subscribe at. So at the 500 gold or 500 gold tier, at the $4.99 tier you get 500 bonus gold every month. At the $9.99 tier you get 1,200, and at the $24.99 tier you get 3,250. So it's like a 20 and 30% bonus on top. And you can use that to immediately submit new games and to vote on existing games. Boop. What's this boop? Why am I seeing a boop? But yeah, like I said, any and all subscriptions are very appreciated. If you're watching the video later on YouTube, please subscribe on YouTube and come on back over to check things out live on Twitch. And yeah, I do believe that is going to do it for me for tonight. And yeah, I'll see everybody next time. Thanks for keeping me company, and thanks for being my support and my cheering section as I finished off Ys Book 1 and 2. And I will see everybody next time. This is Retro Gamer Ryan, signing off. Thanks a lot.